IEX share latest news. IEX share price target. If you have been searching these things on the internet for the last 1 week, congratulations. You have finally found the right video. In the next few minutes, I am going to explain a few important concepts regarding IEX in very simple language and then try to predict the future of the company. Dalal Street veteran and stock market commentator Mahashay Basant Maheshwari ji has said that the business model of IEX has been punctured. Well, I can clearly see a puncture in my portfolio because the stock has crashed by 36% from my buying price. Monish Pabraji says that you actually study a business properly only after you buy the stock and it crashes by 40%. So I studied as hard as a civil services aspirant and I'm going to share my learnings with you. Please keep watching this video till the end to understand whether the business model of IEX has really been punctured or not. Also consider subscribing to this channel to help me keep making more videos like this one. Namaste and welcome to Retail Investing. The buzzword in the market regarding IEX is market coupling. So let's start with understanding market coupling first. IEX is in the business of power or electricity trading. The company deals specifically with short-term power trading. As of now, we have 3 power exchanges in India. The Indian Energy Exchange, the Power Exchange India Limited and Hindustan Power Exchange Limited. These 3 exchanges are also independent markets. This means these exchanges separately receive buy and sell orders for electricity. Any auction market is driven by demand and supply. Hence, based on those buy and sell orders, these exchanges decide the price of electricity, which is called MCP or market clearing prices. Since the buy and sell orders received on these 3 exchanges are not interconnected, the cost of electricity is different on each exchange. The government does not like this price difference. From the government's perspective, if all citizens of a democracy are equal, then why should different people pay different prices for electricity? After all, electricity is not a luxury but a basic need. So to deal with the difference in prices on these 3 exchanges, the union government has proposed the concept of market coupling. Market coupling simply means that all the buy and sell orders received on these 3 exchanges will be aggregated so that the price of electricity, known as the MCP, will be uniform. This proposal by the government has created fears that IEX will become a price taker from being a price maker and lose its business moat. Here is the funny part. The price difference on these 3 exchanges is only a few paisa. Our currency has depreciated so much in the last few decades that today a paisa is only a theoretical concept. Does anybody even have a paisa in their wallets anymore? I don't know. Now there could be the argument that if thousands of units of electricity are traded daily, differences as little as 1 paisa could matter. But how much can it matter? Maybe only a few thousand rupees. The big short analysts are either confused about IEX's business model or trying to spread fear. IEX's profits do not depend on arbitrage. Let me explain in short. What is the meaning of arbitrage? So there are 2 stock exchanges, the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange. If you search for a stock, for example Tata Motors on your Zerodha app or whatever broker you use, you will see that it's showing Tata Motors separately on BSE and NSE. And interestingly, you will also notice a price difference of a few paisa for the same stock on the NSE and the BSE at the exact same time. If you want to make money by arbitrage, you would have to buy the stock from the exchange on which it is priced lower and sell it where it is priced higher. Doing this is not allowed on Indian stock exchanges and will definitely not be allowed on power exchanges. IEX does not play the arbitrage game. So if market coupling is implemented to make those small price differences disappear, it should not matter that much. Now let's understand how IEX makes money. So IEX's products and services can be categorized into 3 main categories: renewable energy certificates, energy saving certificates. For electricity trading, there are 3 items for different durations. I will put their names on your screen with their respective durations. The government has set a target of 500 gigawatt renewable energy by 2030. As of now, we have achieved only 167 gigawatt capacity. So there is going to be a growth of at least 200% in this sector in the next 7 years. But the growth in IEX's business can be expected to be much higher than that. To understand why, we need to look into European markets. In European countries, like Germany, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, the share of renewable energy as part of total energy is much higher than that of India. When this share of renewable energy was growing in those countries, the power markets grew even faster. So this means even if IEX loses some market share to the other exchanges, the overall volume of electricity traded will definitely increase. That was the renewable energy part, but the non-renewable energy demand is also going to increase. As of now, power exchanges like IEX account for only 7% of India's total electricity trade. The remaining 93% is traded through long-term power purchase agreements. In short, PPAs. PPA is a socialist era, outdated and archaic way of trading power. In this system, long-term agreements lasting up to 25 years are signed between a power generating company known as Genco and a distribution company known as Discom. A Genco generates the power and then a Discom buys the power from them and then delivers it to your home. So if a PPA is signed between a Genco and a Discom, until the expiry of that PPA, the Discom will have to compulsorily buy power from that Genco only, even if the Genco charges higher rates for electricity than others. Ultimately, that higher price will have to be paid out of the consumer's pockets. As of now, 93% of India's power is priced this way. The government obviously does not like this. The government wants all that power to trade through power exchanges like the IEX in the future. So imagine the volume growth IEX is going to experience in the future despite losing market share to other exchanges. So what are the government's future plans? For welfare of the general public, the government would want to get rid of the PPAs. But that would take time because many PPAs expire after 25 years of signing. The main plan of the government is to implement a thing called MBED, which stands for Market-Based Economic Dispatch. Under this system, there will be centralized control over transmission of electricity across the entire country. Right now, electricity transmission happens at multiple levels, at the state levels and the central level. This creates inefficiencies in power delivery and pricing, for which ultimately the consumer has to pay. MBED is not possible without market coupling. What many analysts are saying is that this market coupling is some kind of a punitive measure by the government. Well, market coupling is clearly not a punishment for IEX because the government's intentions are quite clear. Get rid of the PPAs and increase the role of power exchanges like the IEX. How can that be a punishment for IEX? It's not. So my analysis is very simple. 93% of today's power supply depend on the power purchase agreements. All of that is going to shift to the power exchanges. Being a market leader in the sector, IEX is going to see massive increase in volumes even if it loses market share to other power exchanges. I think big players in the stock market are trying to use this gimmick of losing market share to create fear. As a small retail investor who believes in the principles of value investing, I like to become greedy when others are fearful. The IEX stock is 7% of my portfolio and I plan to hold it close to 2040. The next 20 to 25 years has been termed as Amrit Kal, and in this period, we are going to see massive changes in every sector, including the power sector. India is going to become the global leader in renewable energy in this period. As of now, I don't have any plans of downward averaging in IEX because that would affect the diversification of my portfolio. In the next couple of years, I might change that view because the speculators and operators might swing the price of the stock to crazy levels. And also, my capital is going to increase. Guys, don't forget to share in the comment section whether you are greedy or fearful about IEX. Thank you very much for watching this video and have a nice day. I will see you in the next one.